The sky has predators too, and some of them hunt in ways that make physics look optional. Speed hunters, Peregrine Falcon. The Peregrine Falcon dominates the speed category. It weighs less than a kilo, spreads 74 to 120 centimeters across the wings, and thrives almost everywhere except Antarctica. It flies like it didn't get the memo about what birds are supposed to survive. Cities made them even more successful. Tall buildings act like bonus cliffs, and racing pigeons solve their own delivery problems by flying straight to the predator. Their diet is almost purely birds, pigeons, ducks, starlings, sandpipers, anything fast enough to make the pursuit meaningful. A peregrine climbs high, locks onto a target, folds its wings, and dives past 300 kilometers per hour. Rigid feathers keep the airflow stable, a third eyelid shields the eyes, and bony nasal cones prevent pressure damage. The strike is a closed talon punch that knocks the prey out mid-air, followed by a quick loop to collect it before it hits the ground. With a lifespan of 15 to 20 years, a peregrine repeats the same sequence thousands of times. They don't chase. They intercept. Power hunters, Harpy Eagle. The Harpy Eagle represents the opposite philosophy, power over speed. Females reach 9 kilograms with a wingspan up to 220 centimeters, and they live in the rainforests of Central and South America. Their wings are short for maneuvering between trees because this bird doesn't soar. It ambushes. Harpies specialize in sloths, monkeys, and opossums, prey that evolved to avoid predators by staying in trees. The harpy simply goes up after them. It waits motionless in the canopy, then drops straight through branches with explosive acceleration. Its talons, up to 13 centimeters long, close with enough force to shatter bone instantly. Thick leg muscles generate most of the impact, and a subtle facial disc improves sound localization while hunting. Pairs defend large territories and live 25 to 35 years. Habitat loss threatens them, but in untouched canopy, the harpy ends chases before they begin. Forest assassins, northern goshawk. The northern goshawk is the forest assassin. It moves through trees like it memorized the layout decades before. Found across North America, Europe, and Asia, it hunts pigeons, crows, squirrels, and rabbits. If pigeons kept stress journals, the goshawk would appear on every page. A goshawk launches from cover, accelerates fast, and threads between branches using short wings and a long tail that acts like a steering blade. At the speeds they fly, hitting a branch is less a mistake and more an unplanned physics lesson. Most hunts last just a few seconds. Prey rarely sees more than a blur followed by a sudden absence of future plans. Goshawks live 10 to 15 years and defend territories with commitment levels usually reserved for homeowners associations. Silent night hunters, barn owl. The barn owl rules the night with silence. It lives almost worldwide and prefers open fields and farmland where rodents stay busy after dark. Its ears sit at different heights on the skull, giving it acoustic depth perception. Their feathers are soft and serrated, breaking up turbulence so effectively that microphones barely register wing beats. For an animal that hunts by surprise, sounding like nothing is a significant advantage. If ghosts were real, they would be louder. The owl flies low, adjusts course purely by sound, and drops without warning. Mice often freeze when they sense danger. With barn owls, that just makes the targeting easier. They live 4 to 10 years while delivering an ongoing night shift performance that keeps rodent populations under control. Cleanup specialists, bearded vulture. If every habitat had a waste management department, this species would run it. The bearded vulture handles cleanup duty. Up to 70% of its diet is bone. Not meat, actual bone. The bird picks up large pieces, flies hundreds of meters into the air, and drops them onto rocks until they shatter. It's the only vulture that essentially cooks by gravity. Weighing 4.5 to 7 kilograms with a wingspan of 230 to 280 centimeters, it glides through the mountains of Europe, Asia, and Africa, looking for what others leave behind. Bearded vultures ride thermals for hours, rarely flapping, and live 20 to 40 years in stable mountain territories. Their presence reduces disease by clearing carcasses quickly, turning them from scavengers into full-time ecosystem hygienists. Water snipers, Osprey. The osprey is the global fishing specialist. It stays near rivers, lakes, and coastlines. More than 95% of its diet is fish. An osprey hovers high, locks onto a target, and dives feet first in a move that looks reckless only to species that fail basic trigonometry. Just before impact, it thrusts its legs forward and uses long curved talons, a reversible toe, and spiny foot pads to grip slippery prey. After catching a fish, the osprey rotates it head first to reduce drag. Aerodynamics as instinct, not engineering. They live 15 to 25 years and return to the same nest every season, expanding it until it resembles a furnished loft with a view. If fish had safety briefings, ospreys would be on the first slide. Coastal torpedoes, northern gannet. The northern gannet turns the ocean into a target zone. Their diet is fish, mackerel, herring, sand eels. And the hunting method is simple. Climb 30 to 40 meters, lock onto a school, and drop at 90 to 100 kilometers per hour. Air sacs in the face and chest expand on impact to absorb the shock. Underwater, gannets chase fish using short wing strokes and can reach depths of 20 to 30 meters. For fish, the gannet is a white spear arriving before the thought of hiding even forms. It lives along North Atlantic cliffs and nests in dense colonies that reach decibel levels, approaching small sporting events. They live 12 to 20 years and return to the same ledge and partner each season, turning cliff real estate into the most competitive property market in the bird world. Insect interceptors, common Pipistrelle bat. The common Pipistrelle bat is the smallest predator here but one of the most precise. It weighs only 4 to 8 grams with a wingspan under 25 centimeters, and it lives across Europe and Western Asia, roosting in trees, buildings, and bat boxes placed by people who enjoy fewer mosquitoes afterward. Its diet is airborne insects, midges, mosquitoes, beetles, moths. Pipistrelles catch thousands of insects every night and live 4 to 10 years, often longer in stable roosts. The bat emits up to 200 ultrasonic calls per second and uses the echoes to build a real-time 3D acoustic map. That map updates fast enough for the bat to pivot mid-flight without losing speed, which is impressive for something lighter than a handful of paperclips. They don't travel far, but they optimize nightly flight routes with the confidence of a taxi driver who already knows all the shortcuts. If insects had air traffic controllers, this species would be rewriting the safety manual. The sky predators don't share a strategy. Speed, power, stealth, acoustics, precision. The sky isn't empty space. It's a battlefield of specialists. Stay curious, and see you in the next episode.